what we're doing is working on Nimbus's mixed reality department now. So the biggest task that we've kind of had is to see, well, what is VR still doing? VR is still doing a lot, and it's all in industry. So the lab itself, let's actually take a quick look though. We made this kind of previs. So all of this was built in Unreal Engine, which is the game engine that we went with for building VR stuff.
It's called mixed reality because it combines virtual reality and actual reality. So with the use of a camera, you can, for example, put me in a video game, which we have some kind of GIFs and visualizations for. So as you see at the start, none of that's really there, but I can still slap the straw man.
So let's have a quick look at what we actually do. This is a live demonstration.
A little bit dizzying for a second, and I apologize, but I just want to make sure this is all up and running nicely. We should have a hand. That's the left hand. And the right hand is going to appear right about now.
The biggest things is training. So if you work in a factory or any sort of production space, you want to be able to train your staff either off-site or in an office rather than interrupting the factory floor and interrupting production itself. So the reason people want to do that is because most studies into training show that trainees who learn first in a virtual space and then translate that into a physical space are higher quality employees because they can learn what they're supposed to be doing much faster. They can then deploy that skill, and the benefit for a company is that it doesn't interrupt production at all. And that employee can go straight onto the production floor without ever having to stop production, or without the business having to invest in a dedicated training space where senior staff come off the production line to help train, then have to go back in. Using VR to train people to do specific sets of tasks. So if you were in the pharmacology industry and you're making huge batches of medications and you want to make sure that none of the pills that are going through are wrong, you want a trainee to be able to assess a large amount of objects, be able to quickly identify things that are wrong and then sort them out properly and make sure that nothing wrong goes anywhere, because almost every study shows that trainees who begin their training in VR end up as a higher quality of employee. As much as the saying was for the last 4 or 5 years that VR was dead, we've seen with the Valve Index that people still have a hunger for VR, and specifically when you look to industry, there's a big demand for virtual production, virtual operation, and a lot of IoT integration.
I was just going to say, it's not so much VR is dead, VR has evolved, and it will continue to evolve over time.
And I think that's why the acronym XR is being used more, so that both virtual and mixed and augmented reality is more so not being 3 distinct groups, they're one amalgamation that's just extending where we all are and where production and everything is going. Do you have any questions? Head to the Nimbus Twitter, Nimbus Center on LinkedIn, go to the Nimbus website, nimbus.cit.ie. You can find all the information you need to contact Nimbus there if you want to either get involved in virtual production like this or any of the other pursuits that Nimbus are in. Nimbus is still operating. We're still
open for business.
Working from